Test. All right,
Yeah.
Yo, we live. Free Smoke the podcast sitting here. You feel like it's overdue? I got my man AD in here.
It's long overdue, my guy.
Man, at first I was thinking it was long overdue, but I mean your stock just keeps increasing. So it was like I feel like it's kind of a perfect timing shit. You feel me?
It is perfect timing. We do this to end the year off. You know what I'm saying? I had to come on to the VBC, man. I said, I did everybody else shit. I gotta come fuck with my boy, young Trevor the God.
Well, yeah. That also you doing Yuri's first podcast or whatever might have been a factor too. You know what I'm saying? I had to let that one sizzle.
Why y'all niggas always got beef with each other?
He's got beef with me, bro. I don't have no beef with you.
Has it always been like that? Because I feel like I'd be like antagonizing it sometimes.
You guys definitely do. Every time he's on, you guys, who are you gonna kill in the office, bro? He'll shoot me first.
He says you,
bro. He's gonna shoot me first.
I like to think that it's
like a friendly competition.
Yeah. It's like, all right, dope. It's kind of like how House Phone and Cam Girl had, like, who can get the 100,000 followers at first. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I kind of like it, honestly. Like,
yeah, it's dope. It puts some fuel under everybody's fire.
Yeah. It keeps you motivating, like skateboarding and shit. I grew up skateboarding, right? And I heard this one dude. He's like, bro, if you're not skating with dudes who are better than you, then you ain't getting better.
Bro,
type shit.
I feel like that with life. If you're not hanging with people that are doing better than you, I mean, hey, it's just all motivation and shit like that. You know what I mean? If you hang with people that are doing dope shit, it's gonna force you to want to do dope shit. You don't want to be the one that's lacking in the crowd.
No, that's real. But I was so curious because me and you came into No Jumper kind of around the first time, like around the same time.
For reals?
Yeah, like right around when COVID started, when we were doing the news.
That was the first time that you came over there?
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought you'd been there from the start.
No. I barely got.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I met Adam through my YouTube. That's how I established the
relationship. So he fucked with the VBC and he was like, I gotta come.
I hit him up and was like, yo, I just hit 50,000 subs. Me and my homie hit 50,000 subs. Can we pull up? He was daily vlogging at the time. And I was like, can we pull up for a vlog? You get the title, it's a win-win for us. You feel me? So it's just like crazy how we're all here now,
That's dope.
And like prepping for this interview, I was watching your old No Jumper interview and I was curious about that day and just like that time period of like.
Bro, that shit was totally different.
I know. Like what was your thoughts of Adam and No Jumper at the time? Like,
I honestly didn't. Well, my little brother is the one who told me about No Jumper. He told me, he was like, oh, fuck with it. It is what it is. But I was like, all right. Then my manager told me, at the time, my old manager, he was like, shout out to Adrian Swish. He was telling me like, hey, it's this company that we got to fuck with. We got to get on there. And I was like, what is it? And he was like, oh, it's No Jumper. And then I was like, my little brother like fucks with that shit and everything. And I ran into Adam at one of 03 Greedo shoots.
Which is like a vlog. He vlogged it, right?
Yeah, I think he vlogged it.
Dude, that's the craziest thing, like how everyone was kind of in the same circle or like they met each other on camera. And that shit's crazy because I was editing that shit and I was like, is that AD?
Yep.
So you met Adam that day and then you lined up the interview. You pressed him for an interview or what?
We was just cool, bro. And then, I told him, I said, I got some shit coming out. Like, I want to come up there. He was like, all right, come on, let's do the interview and shit. And I just came up there, and that shit has been history ever since.
What are your thoughts on like that whole day? What were you thinking going into the,
That shit was fun, but I knew like.
Were you like, I got to be on my toes, or were you just like?
Not at all, because me, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm an open book and shit. Like I said, what made me want to get into podcasting, period, was, well, for one, the battery was put in my back, but for two, people always told me my personality is, key. It's not my music. It's not everything else I do. It's people just like you as a person. So I was like, why not put myself out there more and get my point across if I want to? And you know what I'm saying? Change how people look at me.
How long ago was that like realization that you wanted to do the podcasting shit?
After I did the Lil Dicky TV show.
Really?
Yeah, I seen myself out on the TV screen at the premiere on the movie screen, and I was like, damn, I got way more to give than just rapping. I feel like the hood and shit like will box you in and have you thinking things in your mind that ain't really true. They'll be like, oh, you shouldn't do this because of this, and you start to believe it, and you're holding on to this moniker and you holding on to this street image and whatever the fuck it is, and it's like, all right, it'll limit you from doing certain things because podcasts really weren't a thing, and then it was like kind of looked at as corny.
Well, just hood creators in general, you know what I'm saying? Like other than like rapping or music shit, like you didn't have dudes from the hood vlogging.
No, you don't do none of
You know
that.
what I'm saying? You didn't have any of that shit. So I was curious, do you feel like the streets are more like open to like people being affiliated and like making YouTube content and like kind of typically going against what the gangster life is, but like kind of like not showing about the life, you know what I'm saying? Or just like not really showing the personality?
I mean, the way things are now, it's like, I feel like now, like I'm one of the niggas from the streets who like cracked it open. Cause at first people was telling me it's a bad idea. Now everybody's like, oh fuck, I want to start a podcast, or I want to go vlog, or I want to go do these things that they didn't think was cool. And it's just like, you can still hold on to your street side. I don't go on camera saying nothing incriminating. I don't put myself out there that's gonna get me in trouble or anybody else in trouble. And you know, I even tell Adam, you just gotta be mindful of what the fuck you say and what you do and how you act. You know what I mean? If you get on camera and act a fool, that's just you in nature.
How old were you when you realized that like relationships with people are important? And like, because the way you carry yourself, I respect you and I appreciate how you're able to like code switch. And what I learned from you sometimes is being able to just like keeping a poker face. You know what I'm saying?
You
like,
have to.
Because like you, like for me, I feel like if I don't like someone, you could tell. Like I could just show it on my face, and it's bad. But for you, I feel like you're just good to, you can just maneuver how you want, and you keep that shit, you know, private, which helps in business and building these relationships. And
because it's bad for business and it's bad for the brand, and usually the one who shows the emotion, you know, you lose the argument and shit like that. So I mean, I learned this shit because I used to burn a lot of bridges.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I used to be one of the people like, you know, would like start shit with people, and you know, shout out to my brother Ali. He would tell me like, you burn these bridges, you may need these people later on in life. You know what I'm saying? People ain't gonna want to fuck with you.
So he kind of instilled that in you, or
Hell
like
yeah.
helps inspire that?
And honestly, I done some things to where some people did not fuck with me, and it took a long time for them to be on the same page as me and shit like that. And it wasn't their fault, it was my fault. So I learned how one little tiny thing that you're thinking about can deter you in your future.
It was like just one incident, or just like a whole bunch
of
things?
Not one incident, but you know, I was, you know, growing up in the neighborhood and shit, I always was like, I got 20, 30 friends with me. We're in front of my house. We blocking off traffic.
Yeah, it's like I don't give a fuck mentality.
I don't
and
give
this
a fuck
is my life. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck what you got going on. Yeah, it's just real, like in your face.
And when I went out, we would do dumb shit. We would get into it with important people. We would do things to, you know, artists. We would do things to all type of motherfuckers. And it was like, you know, executives, like whatever. It was just I got a bad rap, you know, early on, and that shit fucked me up in a lot of business aspects. It took a long time for me to climb out of that and to get people to like fuck with me on a real business level.
Exactly, because like you've been in the game since like 09, 10. You started like rapping, you know, in the streets. I'm talking about like you've been in the streets, you know. So
rapping wise, I say like 2015 is when my shit started like really moving. 2014, 2015.
But you started playing with the craft like what, 2010, 2011? Like
nigga,
how long
I started
were
playing
you
with the craft, nigga, when I was I think I recorded my first song when I was like 11 or 13 or something like that. And I used to I had like a Mickey Mouse mic plugged up into my my little Windows computer, and had like I think it was Mixcraft. I was just recording myself in Mixcraft, stealing beats from what's it just called, SoundClick, taking beats from that motherfucker, uploading that shit to MySpace, and I just kept doing this shit like that. But I was doing it as a hobby. I wasn't taking it like seriously. I wanted to, but you know, at the time it didn't seem like that was a reality, especially for West Coast artists. Because when I was like wanting to rap and come up and stuff like that, the only artist that we had really was like The Game at the time in that era. Like Game was the only one that was like popping and it was successful. It really was no young artists coming out of LA and stuff. So everything seemed like a hobby, or you had to be with like Dre or somebody big to get that shine. And you know, when I seen YG get signed, that was like, ooh, this shit's possible. And then I started seeing niggas getting signed from, you know, the city. I'm like, hey, okay, I gotta, you know, really take this serious and turn this into a career and buckle down and make this shit happen.
Yeah, like that's just crazy. The podcasting shit is it's fucking wild, bro. The Kush got me high, bro. I'm gonna be real.
That's good.
I haven't had a guest that actually like likes to talk like you. You know
Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
man. This a nigga get paid to do this shit now. I love it. I was literally just I don't even want to smoke right now. I got a long day.
Yeah.
I was just telling my uncle about it. He said, man, you doing so good, you don't even gotta rap. And I was just like, I don't if I don't want to. You know what I mean? I love music because music has always been a passion. I love creating something and, you know what I mean, being proud of that. But at the end of the day, it's like I get to be in front of, you know, an audience of fucking millions of people. Right. And I get to go to other podcasts and I get to talk and people want to hear a nigga like, that's dope as fuck to me. And it's like with music, you can get your point across only so much. You got to grind patterns, you got to do things, and you got to kind of, you know, want people to decipher that and try to figure out who you are versus, you know, you get on the podcast and you talk and you sit there and people gather and it's like, you know, it's like watching TV and you get attached to these people.
Do you feel like the success you've had like doing the podcast has kind of take pressure off you and like the music sense?
Oh, hell yeah, that shit do. Because with music it's like, okay, the problem with music is, especially when you're doing it independent, right? Especially in today's times, you need to do things that aren't music to make yourself stand out, to have a name. There's so many fucking artists. Like the climate is just overpopulated. So the only way people be standing out now, they resort to antics. You know what I mean? Or they have something else that they do. Like if you're not getting posted on these blog sites with your name, is like, oh, you're out of sight, out of mind. So if you're not getting posted by a lot of blogs, you have to have a lot of music.
Yeah.
And you know, that shit get expensive as fuck. You know what I mean? You know, I used to spend my last dollar to get a mixtape done or to get a music video and shit like that. And then, you know, nowadays it's like an album come out every fucking week.
Yeah.
How do you stand out when it comes down to that? You have to fucking keep dropping material, and it makes you like rush to put things out.
Yeah.
Not making things the best and fine tuning it. And now I get to, you know, not only bought my own studio, but got to fine tune the music and say, oh, I could chill and sit there. And, you know, a lot of the shit that's about to come out, I've had for almost a year and 2 years. And I wanted to see like, okay, these songs didn't age well. These songs aged well. I could drop this 3 years from now and it's still going to be effective. So that's how I'm coming with my music going back into the game.
Did you ever feel like having those successful hits that got like millions of views, did you feel like that put more pressure on you, like following up from that shit?
Nah, bro, because you got to understand, nobody thought that I would even get to that point, period. Nobody thought that I would be where I'm at now, and that's including family members. You know what I mean? It's just, I used to, you know, growing up in Compton, bro, had my daughter, bro, like I was working at fucking Target, like, you know what I mean? Like I was making $13,000 a year, you know what I mean? And I had dreams of doing bigger things. Like I literally used to be on my work breaks and I'll tell everybody, I'm like, hey, a year from now, you're not going to see me. I'm going to be on the radio.
Do you believe in manifestation?
Hell yeah. I spoke all this stuff into existence. But I would tell them, like, I'm going to be on the radio. A year from now, you're not going to see me. Then a year go by and I'm still there. And then everybody like, whatever. And then, you know, when I got fired, that next year, I fucking hit the radio. And I remember my homeboy, shout out to Christian, he called me. He was like, man, I damn near cried when I heard that. You know what I'm saying? Because taking these leaps of faith, you don't know if it's going to work or not. Like I remember spending my last $600, bro, on a music video. Had no expectations or anything. Fucking Kendrick Lamar retweeted it. Waka Flocka retweeted it. E40 tweeted it. I'm like, damn. Just the fact that I was willing to sacrifice my last dollars, not have no money towards my craft, I was like, okay, I'm going the right way.
That's tight. I've had moments like that too, where I've just like, I quit my sushi job and I was just like, I'm gonna just do these videos full time.
Fuck it.
And I was on my last 100, bro, and I'm like, boom, got a DM. I need a video. I'm like, all right, it's good, you know, like just little blessings like that kind of just keep the story progressing. When I
got fired from my job, I got my first paid show. Shout out to my homeboy Obina the Cuzzo. He paid me, I think, $100, bro. It was nothing. I was happy. I was like, I'm making some type of progress that somebody wants to pay to get me in the building.
So that was your first show?
My first paid show. I used to sell tickets to my shit and hopefully people will come. And
what was your first show like?
Nigga, it was really my mom and my uncle there.
And then, do you ever get nervous?
Hell yeah, I was nervous. And they, you know, it's crazy. We was just talking about this shit the other day. They told me that it was a whole bunch of like black Elvises, like impersonators out front of the fucking my first show. I don't remember that. Didn't know that, but that was funny.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So like when you're making music on this Mickey Mouse mic and shit, are you doing it by yourself or you got homies around with you? Like, are you just like keeping it to yourself?
Nah, I've always been tech savvy, so I was doing that shit myself.
Just by yourself?
Bro, and I'm literally like trying to mix it. Like in Mixcraft, like, okay, let me turn this down. Try to make it sound best. Upload it. You know, just using what I had to be the best, what I could be.
So you've always had like a natural curiosity for things and shit like that?
That sounds weird.
How?
Natural curiosity, pause. Nah. Yeah, no, but I just always wanted to do what I'm doing now. I always wanted to be in entertainment. Always wanted to be rapping, be in movies, do films. You know what I'm saying? Podcast wasn't thought of, but nigga, this is beautiful. This is like right up my alley. Like if I can go back in time and see myself, I would do this shit sooner.
Really?
Hell yeah, bro. It's
I feel like it happened at the perfect time.
Everything happened at the perfect time. That's how God moves, in my opinion. But you know, like I feel like I was made for this shit.
Cause bro, when you first came into No Jumper,
I was terrible.
You were just making threats, and I was just. What was your first impression?
I'm gonna keep it 100. I was straddling the fence on like not trying to make things. I wanted to be true to the streets. I was worried about like what the hood and what my homies would think. So I was just, speaking on, just trying to keep it real, not necessarily being myself. Cause myself really don't give a fuck about half the shit. You know what I'm saying? But I also understand when we get on these mics, and we have a platform, we can say some things that can make changes for the good or for the worse. So I never wanted to get on the mic and say something that misrepresents my people in a negative light.
Do you feel like you learned a lot over this past year just about YouTube and just podcasting in general?
Bro, I love it. And like, working with No Jumper, the number one thing that I found out was just like content is important. Like just filming, like, and now that I think about it, I wish that, I was vlogging 10 years from now. 10 years ago, how much memories I would have, how much I can go back and see where I came from. And also monetize this shit. It's like, we have the ability now to monetizing everything that we like. Why not do it? Everybody's just too fucking lazy. So it's like, if you want to play video games, even if you're making $50 a month off playing video games, play fucking video games, show your personality, because all this shit is going to bridge together, and that's what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, I'm going to stream my music. I'm going to stream my video games. You're going to see me on the podcast. You're going to see me acting. You're going to see all that. And when you put everything together, that makes you the ultimate fucking God. It makes you the ultimate hero. Like, you know what I mean? People are looking at that, and they're like, damn, nigga doing this, he doing this, he doing this, he doing this, he doing that, and you're being the master at this shit.
Do you feel like the street background helped you?
It helped me get indoors through intimidation, but I feel like what kept me in the door was being myself, because my personality.
I feel like the most threatening like businessman low key is like a street dude who could code switch and not lose his cool and not really like.
Bro, Whack 100 is a prime example of like how to do it. Yeah. Like people may see what he says and what he does, but they don't understand that this is a very successful businessman. He has multiple companies that are doing big figures. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So he doesn't have to be in hip hop if he doesn't want to. Managing artists he's really wasting money by managing the artists. Like he has other businesses. He has other. He was a millionaire before, doing all this other type shit. So that's kind of what it is. Like I know that people will get intimidated, but once they get to know you, they be like, "Oh, you're really dope. You're really cool." I don't think if fucking Adam was scared of me that I'll be fucking here and doing this shit.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's what I'm saying. Like if you came in with a threatening energy,
yeah, bro. But that don't get you nowhere, bro.
I
feel the world, bro, is really, period. Our goal in life is to love each other and help each other become better. You can't be loved when you're fucking people are scared of you. You know what I mean? They can fear you, but that fear don't mean respect. That mean they just don't want to get their head knocked off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I want to be loved and I want to be respected.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, and just knowing, like, at the end of the day, niggas can know, okay, if it gotta go there, it's gonna go there. But that's not where I'm coming from. That's not what I'm doing. I done seen enough of that shit in my life. I don't want to go back to the ways that I used to live. That shit ain't cool. That shit ain't fun. I lost a lot of homeboys. I done fucking had all type of situations happen. Penitentiary chances. I done had niggas take the stand on me. I don't want to go back to that. I like how life is now. I like walking to Starbucks. I like taking care of my kids.
Yeah,
I like creating content.
How old were you when you got put on?
17?
What was that day like?
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
I really didn't care, bro. Like, I lived in my neighborhood. I knew all my homeboys already.
Yeah.
So it was already like I was one of the guys. Like, everybody started getting put on the hood around the same time.
Were you in high school?
I was, I think, 10th grade,
11th
grade.
What's high school like being a gangbanger? Like,
Well, it depends on what school you go to. I went to a school where it was mostly girls. I didn't have to worry about that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, King Drew. I didn't have to really worry about that shit. It was when I left school is when, like, when I was in high school, I used to fight almost every week, every 2 weeks in high school. Not at my high school, but I would go to different parties and all type of shit like that, and it was always something. So that's what it was. So it was really cool when I was going. It was a lot of women. I used to fucking love going to my high school. Like, when my fucking 9th grade year, my first day of school, I was begging my mom, I don't want to wear a uniform. I don't want to go to this school. I don't want to do that until I hit the campus. And I was like, wow. It was so many girls. I used to have 30 girls in my classes instead of PE. 30 girls, probably 6 or 7 guys. So, like, why would you want to fuck that up? And I still got kicked out of that shit twice.
You were fighting bitches?
No, not fighting. Not fighting, but it was, I wanted to do fucking pranks and shit. I was trying to show off for the girls. So I would do food fights, everybody, try to make people laugh, cursing at the teachers and doing all type of shit. So
you were that kid in class?
Fuck yeah. Me and all my homeboys.
Really?
My mom would be pissed off.
Shit all the time?
But my grades was solid. So moms couldn't say, like, oh, you have a problem. You just want to be a troublemaker. Like, come on, bro. We would steal pizza.
But why?
Just because, like, I would do stupid shit like a kid, bro. Just take pizza slices or take whole boxes of pizzas when they drop them off. Or, like, I'm gonna tell you this. One time, we had, like, an old church phone that we found. And we fucking, like, called the police and made a fake bomb threat and made everybody miss school. Like, I would do stupid.
Bro, what?
I would do stupid shit, bro.
You faked a bomb threat?
I didn't do it. I'm just saying me, the crew, we did it. I was around.
So how many schools did you go to, though?
No, I went to King Drew for high school. I got kicked out in 9th grade. They forgot to take me out the computer. Went there until my senior year, 6 months before my senior year. Before graduation, they kicked me out. I graduated from Gardena High School. Gardena High School, gang banged out. It was crazy. Nigga, it was a whole totally different experience.
Like, do you have to, like, keep it on you at school?
Some people do. Me, I didn't bring no gun to school.
Damn, so you could have, like, a class with, like, someone
but
you don't fuck with?
But you can, like, on the way home, we got this shit called the blue line. You take the blue line, you go home, nigga, you can get got. Really? I done had plenty of times where, bro, it could have went the other way. But I didn't bring no guns to high school. I had homeboys that did who had they shit in their backpack. I thought that shit was crazy at the time.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Do you feel like you got forced into the gang life?
Nah, I don't feel like I got forced into it. It was really like I said, I lived in my neighborhood. So, when people would fuck with my homeboys, these are like my best friends. So it was like, they would try to take the homie skateboard, or they'd punch him up when they're leaving school, or, try to take little candy money from them when they go into the store. So it just like certain things would happen to my homeboys. We always just like, man, fuck these niggas. We don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna take it no more. So then we joined the opposite side. All my homeboys in the neighborhood, we joined the neighborhood hood and start beefing with the other niggas. You know what I'm saying? It was more like for protection. Like, I didn't care. I didn't want to be bad or anything like that. I'm one of the people, I go super hard for my friends. You know what I mean? You fuck with one of my brothers, you fucking with me. And if we all pushing the same line, we might as well all push the same gang.
No, I feel it. Have you always been like a tall, bigger person out of your group?
Hell yeah, always.
Just knocking fools out? How old were you when you got your first knockout?
I think maybe like really like a real, like I can remember, probably was 5th grade.
5th grade, you knocked someone out?
I punched this nigga named Arthur, Samoan nigga. Yep.
Samoan?
Face was like a pancake. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, so you were catching fades since a youngin'.
4th grade, I was catching fades. You feel me? Damn, yeah. 4th grade.
You were a badass kid.
Nah, bro, I necessarily wasn't bad. I just wasn't no punk. You feel me? I've never been a punk, bro.
Yeah, I feel it.
Like, I've never been a punk. And fuck gangbanging, that ain't got nothing to do with it. Like,
Do you feel like the fact that you tower over a lot of people has like something to do with that mentality?
Well, that didn't happen until I got into like middle school, almost high school. I was like short and I was skinny as fuck, bro.
Oh, really?
My whole life until about 7th, 8th grade. Then I got fat.
And then tall?
And
Bro, you're tall as fuck, dog.
Yeah, now. But I wasn't, though.
Like, see, if I was your size, I'd kind of be like, yeah, nah, fuck that. Let's catch fade.
But see, like, it's always been like this for me. I've always been a goofy person. I've always made jokes.
When'd you get into gaming?
Bro, I've been gaming since fucking I can remember, bro. I loved video games, bro, my whole life.
Are you a 2K person or a Halo person? What do you like better?
I'm both, but if I had to choose, Halo.
Halo.
Yeah, bro. I like story games.
I feel like that kind of
shooters.
goes against the status quo.
Why?
Of like
being a nigga?
No,
I
gangster.
don't care.
I don't know. More like, you know?
Bro, being a gangster, the definition of that shit, bro, is so tainted. To me, bro, it's just, bro, looking out for your peoples. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of your family. You know what I'm saying? Making sure everybody's straight. To me, that's gangster. All that other shit, that shit's bullshit. That shit's fucked up for the fucking community. You know what I mean? Like, I don't take back where I'm from or what, you know what I'm saying, all the situations that happened, but because it made me who I am today. But if I had to tell anybody, like, this shit ain't cool, and if you don't have to do this shit, don't do it.
Do you feel like this shit's just gonna get worse? Because like, look at LA right now with all these robberies, these fucking.
Well, the robberies are happening because everybody got that fucking government money, and now people don't want to go back to living life regular.
You think so?
That's all it is.
I just feel like people just know they can get away with it now.
It's not necessarily get away with it, but it's
people
like
always wanted to have money.
it's like right now, right? If you used to getting, like I said, I used to make $13,000 a year, bro, when I was working a regular job. That's not nothing. That can't take care of shit. So imagine somebody gives me 30, 40K in my account at one time.
Big lick.
My nigga, that's 3-4 years of my salary. And I start spending. And now I'm getting attention that I never got. I'm looking good. I'm getting more pussy because bitches think I got a little dollars in my pocket right now. I blow through all of that. Guess what? You think I want to go back to getting $13,000 a year? Fuck no, nigga. I'm going to take the chance to go try to rob somebody. That's all this shit is, bro. So everybody now, and especially the niggas that got PPP loans, I know some niggas that got 80,000, 90,000, 120. They was up. So you think, bro, they going to the clubs, they popping bottles, they living a life that they never lived before. So you telling me these niggas want to go back to doing that? No. When they can go snatch a watch real quick or try to do some shit, no, bro. And I literally just seen a tweet that said LA is turning into Gotham City right now. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like it is?
Yes,
bro,
nigga.
That's how I feel like it is.
It's never been this thirsty. I remember at one point in time, like the early 2000s, before I was able to go to clubs, I was old enough to get into clubs. But that was like the worst time in LA. Now this shit is getting back to it because it's just all over the place and it's random as hell. Like,
all right, what are some tips for people to just how to maneuver right now?
Don't go outside.
Don't go outside, period.
Bro, what are you accomplishing by going out right now? You feel what I'm saying? If you want to go eat, first of all, everybody got used to staying in a fucking house in a pandemic anyway. Uh-huh. But if you have on something, some jewelry or something like that, and you know you're not built like that, it shouldn't be this way, but it's this way right now. Don't make yourself a fucking target. And don't put yourself in a position to be harmed in any type of way. And if somebody runs in your house, you should have the right precautions. You know what I'm saying? Blow their fucking head off.
Facts, because fools are following people home now and shit.
Bro, if somebody follows you home, nothing is worth risking your life
I know what
over.
you were going to say.
If somebody is following you home, John Wick them motherfuckers, bro. That's what I would do.
Is it fucked up to say go to the police?
No, if you're not, listen, if you're a civilian, this is the problem. Too many people who don't do no crime, who don't have no street affiliations, feel like, oh, I shouldn't do this and I shouldn't do that. No, nigga, if you are a civilian and somebody is robbing your house or they're trying to harm you and kill you, go call the fucking police. You feel what I'm saying? Don't take it in your own hands and don't feel, who cares what somebody else says? You know what I'm saying? Like, all this bullshit have to stop. The police are there for a fucking reason, bro. I'm not calling them. I stand by something else. You know what I'm saying? But if you working hard and you know what I'm saying, you doing what you got to do to get by, and somebody is trying to harm you and you can't help yourself, that's what the fuck they're there for.
No, that's facts. Yo, how did you meet Trell?
I met T-Rail just being just all around LA and shit like that, street shit, seeing him and shit. Bro was always a real nigga, bro. Like, people see him as tiny cuz and they like him on the show, but bro, a real street nigga. Like,
I know.
He really come from the cloth. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't no joke.
What was your first, like, how was your first experience with that fool? Like, how did you how'd you realize like, you had to know his character to be like, oh, come on the show type shit, right?
Yeah, but before that, like, I was like, oh yeah, them niggas is grimy. Like,
you go to his parties or like?
Well, I'm just saying, like, my manager, he always had a good relationship with him. But me, before, like, back in the days, like, T-Rail, I was like, that nigga grimy. Like them niggas, you gotta watch them niggas. You feel me? Like, that's the type of nigga that I thought he was. And like, once I met him, we was cool as fuck, super dope person. He's somebody that he stands on what he believes in and shit. And he's also a person like me. Like, he'll go hard for his friends. He'll go to the end of the moon for you. You know what I mean? So I kind of like, once he seen how the industry was, once he started rapping, he kind of fell back from this shit because he was like, man, all this shit is fake, which it is all fake.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's what I learned.
Bro, which it is all fake, bro. Niggas are smiling in your face and talk bad about you, don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's stressful. This shit ain't for everybody. But, you know, we needed somebody dope like him to come through there and help spice the show up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you feel like what do you think he brought to the pod?
He brought balance to the pod. You know, I'm a person that can go all over and shit like that. Like, in my life, literally, like, I need direction. I'm great at execution, but if you leave it up to me, I'm gonna go this way, this way, this way. I'm gonna do too much. I'm gonna put too much on my plate.
Do you feel like Adam gives you too many critiques, or he gives you?
Nah, because
he just puts you on game type shit?
To me, Adam's the master of it. Like,
do you have any critiques for Adam?
Yeah, talk about less dick. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but for the guy like Adam, really, like, I didn't want to do podcasting. You know what I'm saying? He said, I think you be dope for it. So I'm gonna listen to the nigga who put me in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows it. He's been doing it. He's rich because of this shit. Yeah. So why wouldn't I listen and do that? I don't have all the fucking answers.
Yeah. No, I feel that. Do you feel like you could ever leave No Jumper?
I feel like, yeah, of course I can leave. But do I want to leave? Fuck no. Like, why? I want to start with the motherfuckers that, you know what I'm saying, that put me in the game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not mistreated over there. I get paid very handsomely. So why the fuck would I leave?
No, I feel that. I for sure. I like tuning in both days, man. You brought a lot of good energy to No Jumper, bro. I appreciate that.
And bro, like, I really fuck with No Jumper as a whole. Like everybody personally. So it's like, I'm down for the fucking team. Like, why would I leave a winning team?
Yeah, right now it kind of feels like we're a family, you know? Like,
yeah.
You know, it's like we're...
And when you fuck the dynamic up, like, I'm not going to sit there and edit and chop up and do this and worry about the... No, nigga, I just want to come... Just like, you know, the NBA, they got the NBA players. Shout out to fucking Sharp, because Sharp said... He made a video, he was telling me, this is how I walk into the No Jumper Stadium. Like, he's getting ready for a basketball game. You feel what I'm saying? The teams pick you, they put you out there. The players ain't got to worry about the logistics of the shit. So I want to just come, deliver. You know what I'm saying? Be a player, contribute what I got to contribute, and then do what I got to do and win championships for the team. That's what this shit's about.
Bro, that shit yesterday with Sharp.
I can't wait to see that shit.
Oh my god,
I can't wait to see it.
Dude, the content in No Jumper lately has been nuts. But yeah, I feel like everyone in No Jumper, they kind of understand. Everyone kind of plays their position, knows their lane, and we're all not really trying to. We're all trying to pull each other more up, you know.
Yeah, bro. And I don't like. This is the thing. This is something that I love doing now, but I also know I don't have all the answers to the shit. Luckily, everything is going great, but I'm still willing to learn. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to do things that could be better, or what I can do to be better when it comes down to doing this shit.
Were you ever spooked out doing the live shit?
Yeah.
Like not being able to, like, accidentally saying the wrong shit and just being like, damn, they could cancel me or doing some shit like that.
You know, that's kind of like the Charleston White situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said what I said about him saying I was gonna set him up, like in which I really didn't mean, because I don't really give a fuck. But like personally, when I don't like how somebody is talking, yeah, I was like, that nigga got a bad taste in my mouth. Like, I didn't like the shit that he was saying without listening to him and anything like that. But I should never say things, especially make threats live and shit like that. That shit is dumb as fuck. Like, so it be little shit like that. Like, you gotta watch what you say.
Well, yeah, that transition is kind of hard to, go from creating content for like maybe 6 months and then just going straight to live show where it's just like no edits, no cuts. Can't really fuck up,
But like who I am as a person, like I don't damn near everything that I fucking say and what I do, I stand on. And that's how I am in regular life. The person that I am off camera is the person that I am on camera. So it's not fake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's easy for me to talk like this and stuff like that because me personally, I don't like to offend people. If you notice, like I don't like to diss rappers. I don't like to say things because I know niggas got families. I know niggas got other situations going on and stuff like that. I don't have to fuck with certain things, but there's certain ways that you can say certain stuff without shitting on people. And I feel like when you shit on people, you're asking to get the shit slapped out of you when they see you.
Yeah, sometimes people get lost and they just say what they want to say,
Because
and then they get rewarded for that.
Nobody's afraid of getting punched in the fucking mouth. I guarantee you, if niggas start getting punched in the fucking mouth, they won't say certain things. They'll think about it. You know what I'm saying? The next time they say something. And me, I'm one of the people, if you say my name in a negative light and I see you, I'm going to punch you in the fucking mouth.
Oh, that's a fact. Hey, what do you think makes a good podcast?
Just the flow of the conversation.
The dynamic of the group?
Yeah. Not even just, the dynamic is dope, but it's like the flow of the conversation. It's like, I like especially like the last 2-3 weeks of my show, we haven't talked about really no topics. We haven't had to lean on them. Like the conversation has been natural and stuff like that. And I feel like that's something that you can't fucking do. Like when you gotta look at the board and be like, let's talk about this now. Or let's talk about this now. It's like, all right, the conversation ain't really clicking the way that it is.
No, yeah. So like the Wednesday night energy, it seems like it's like a performance. Like you guys are still being you, but it's like a duel. Like, you guys are all kind of like battle rapping type shit.
Because we all
have
that
energy. You know what I'm saying?
Each person brings something dope to the table. So like Trell will bring like the balance. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of keep it on track.
He's good of keeping the shit flowing. You know what I'm saying? Like he's good at keeping the shit flowing. Duno was good for throwing them lines out and stuff like that and segueing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good for just, you know what I'm saying, ringleader in this shit and just going here, going there, and all the moving parts make the wheel turn. Without everybody, the wheel's not gonna turn like that.
How often do you read comments?
I read comments every day.
Really?
Every single day, bro.
Have you always been like that?
Since I started doing this shit? Yeah, because I honestly like want to see what people think about me. So like, you're always gonna get haters, but like if 80% of the comments are saying something about me, okay, maybe there's some truth to that then. Yeah, and I want to correct that. Have there been
some hard pills to swallow?
Nah, I don't give a fuck.
No.
I mean, because this is the thing. Nigga, I'm living fucking life good. Yeah. Like, now if I was stressing and money was bad and it was doing this, like, no, nigga, like.
Well, I mean, you were going through a lot, like, and you were still coming into work every day, like,
that's
with
health,
a smile,
though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's still, you still had strain on you.
My nigga, the money wasn't lacking. Like, wait, hold on, man. For everybody that's hating, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. The money ain't fucking lacking.
Bro, but if you're not here to spend that money, then what's the point?
That's the morality of things. That's bad life choices that I made, drinking too much, going crazy. But as long as this motherfucker keep flowing in, man, I'm not tripping when it come down to the comments because, hey, if they say, hey, we're cutting your pay, now I'm going to be sitting there tripping. You get what I'm saying? Or AD, y'all didn't do good and your show is canceled or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Then it's a fucking problem. I ain't worried about this shit.
Hey, how old were you when you first got your first tattoo?
I was in the 10th grade.
Where'd you get it done at?
Right here, top. Actually, I was it was in the Raymond Cripps hood.
Oh, it's tight. It's not bad.
No. This was the revision of it.
Oh, I was like, that's not that bad.
It wasn't a real tattoo gun. It was like a mechanical pencil.
Like some gel shit?
Like some gel rig
shit. The pen shit?
Yeah, he did that.
What the fuck?
I had the microphone and I had the AD on there. And all my homeboys were saying it looked like an ice cream cone. So I went, got it redid and put the crown on top of that shit. And they shaded it in a way that it made that shit look dope.
No, that's tight. And then you just went crazy or what? Because you're pretty tatted up.
Yeah, bro. I just started, you know what I mean?
I might get my hand tatted soon.
Shit hurts.
Does it?
Hurts bad.
What was your first time getting high like?
I didn't get high until I was 21.
21?
I didn't smoke or drink till I was 21. I was against it.
Who got you to smoke weed?
Because my grandma used to smoke cigarettes when I was little. I hated that shit, so I didn't want to smoke, period. And, you know, she always told me that her uncles and everybody died from, like, alcohol, from, like, cirrhosis of the liver. But on the street side of it, free my homie Trini, he used to always tell me, we don't get high, you know what I'm saying? We ain't getting drunk because we got to watch everything. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might catch us off deck. You know, so when you growing up in them surroundings and stuff like that, that one little second can be the end of your life. You know, there's plenty of times you can get bust on and, oh, you need that quick reaction. You need to be able to react. You need to be able to move and stuff like that. So I didn't do that. Shout out to my homie G-Mac, though. He was like, bro, just try to smoke. And I smoked for the first time. I got high. And I didn't like it. That shit made me paranoid as fuck. Yeah, I used to have bad anxiety problems. So you just,
no, I bet. Fuck
you
that.
smoke and you know
Some people are relaxing them.
You can't relax though. Living in Compton, living on Caldwell Street. You know what I'm saying? When you inside, and then I can't smoke inside the house. So the only time that I could smoke
was like, why am I going outside?
Outside in the car in my neighborhood in broad daylight when I'm supposed to be watching my ass. You feel me?
No, it makes sense.
There's no way to really chill. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like you smoked with some pretty legendary people though.
Yeah, I smoked
like
with them.
You smoked with Wiz and Snoop.
Wiz, Snoop. Who else? I was smoked with everybody. Shit.
Man, I'm a big fan of Wiz. What's it like smoking with Wiz?
Bro, Wiz is one of the most solid niggas I ever met, bro, in this shit, bro. Like, he's somebody that does things on his own terms. He don't care what people think. He wears what he wears. He fucks with who he fucks with. Some things he may do may not be seen as the most popular shit, but he makes it popular by him just being himself. He's not afraid to, you know what I'm saying? He don't get political with shit. He do what he want to do, and that's dope as fuck. But because he done a lot of shit for me that he ain't have to fucking do. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't you just hop on one of your songs?
He just hopped on another song.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't even tell me. He just sent me a text message, and it was him putting a verse on one of my songs. I'm like, thank you, bro. Like, he's always done that shit for me, though.
That's tight. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Wiz Khalifa. All right, yo, before we wrap up, who's in your LA top 5?
Of all time or right now?
Let's go all time.
All time? Snoop, Kendrick, Game, Snoop, Kendrick, Game. I'm going to give it to Dre, and I'm going to give it to my nigga YG.
Damn. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid. When you about to drop the new music, bro? You've been saying you've been gonna drop it soon, man.
I mean,
what the fuck?
It's kind of like this fucking BBC interview. The stock keeps going up, and I'm like, shit, I don't want to miss no opportunities with new listeners and shit though. But I got everything fine tuned now. 2022, I got a lot of shit. I'm actually shooting 2 videos tomorrow too, so I'm just gonna stack up on videos. I'm just keep doing my shit and then just start launching. Cause now I feel like, with the weed shit coming out, me doing other content. Hat shit's coming out, like everything all combined is gonna be like a moving train.
Yeah, we're overdue for a video too, bro.
We gotta do that. You gotta give me a goddamn discount.
I got you.
All right, give me a discount, nigga. I do that shit.
I know you came on the pod. It's good.
Yeah, I ain't tripping,
we'll figure
bro.
something out.
Yeah, come on, man. I ain't tripping.
Hey, bro, what was your first music video like?
That when I was telling you.
So you spent $600 on your
my
first
last
music
$600
video?
on my first music video. It was called Compton. I had put a sample with Eazy-E on my fucking beat.
Did you put featuring Ichi?
Yes, I did.
I seen that on YouTube, bro.
I did not get that shit cleared.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I did that. You know,
just for clicks.
Not necessarily just for clicks. It was just like, bro, when you trying to figure this shit out, bro, you'll try anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Soulja Boy did it. He was doing that shit, right?
Bro.
Like the clickbait type of shit.
But Easy is like Compton royalty. You know what I'm saying? Especially like where I come from, he's the nigga. So like, I did that shit. His voice sounded so good on that motherfucker, bro. I was like, man, I gotta do that shit. And I thought that it was gonna give me some attention, and it did.
Really?
It worked out. This the little just having an Easy E on there, they're like, what the fuck? People went and listened to it. Like Kendrick retweeted it, E40 retweeted it, Walker retweeted it, and that kind of one video kind of got the ball rolling for me.
What was it like shooting that video?
It was in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? In the cul-de-sac.
What year?
A bunch of homies. That was 2015, 14, something like that. Yeah, I just kept going from there.
$600 for a first music video,
and that was a lot back then.
I was like, how'd you find the dude?
It was my homeboy Art Perryman. He was charging, like, at the time, he was like, oh, I'm charging $3,000 for video. I'm like, $3,000? You know what I'm saying? Like, the most I would have spent was like $150, $200. So to have $600, he was like, I'm gonna cut you a deal for $600. I was like, I gotta get the $600.
You feel like it was worth the $600?
Fuck yeah, bro. And now in hindsight, nigga, these videos cost all type of shit. You know what I mean? But
hell yeah, that's fire as fuck. That's fire as fuck. Well, shit, man, I appreciate you pulling up.
Oh, no problem, man.
Get a video soon. Check
I know,
him
man.
out.
Cut your boy a deal, man.
I got you. I got you.
How about this? I'll get you one. If you do a dope ass video, I'll get you one with some of the big names on there. We help each other out.
I do dope ass videos, so that's the easy setup.
No, I know you do dope videos, but I'm saying to make it benefit
I
got
you. I got you. So you could be like, hey, let's fuck with this dude. This is what he's got going on.
Yeah, and then you know it comes out like, oh, I did the video.
Wiz Khalifa feature.
If you I could do that if you feel me. If you do.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it, man.
Yeah,
that'd be legendary, man. Hey, shout out AD. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Fucking No Jumper show, No Jumper news. Let's go.
Nigga, Twitch, it's AD on Twitch, the anything show. I'm about to start doing all this shit, man.
New warehouse coming soon.
New warehouse coming.
We taking over.
I got some hats coming, bro. New music, bro. I'm very excited. Nigga, more acting, more movies, more television shows, commercials. Hopefully Arby's gets me for a fucking commercial. I'm ready.
Let's go.